So this month we've been talking about responsibility. And I talked to the kids last week about the fact that they can't necessarily be responsible for a lot of things in their lives like paying rent or paying a mortgage, buying food, things of that nature. But they can be 100% responsible for their attitude, especially when other kids are calling them names or picking on them or trying to do things to get under their skin. So helping them to understand that they are 100% responsible for their attitude, it makes a little bit of a shift for them. It puts that onus back on them and how they react. I was reading something over the weekend that made me think about not only responsibility for kids but for adults as well. And it was about trading and trading our time. As an adult, when we were at our job and when we were working in our businesses, that we have to think about what we're doing at the moment and how effectively we are performing those tasks and the right task. Because basically, if we don't perform them well, we have to make a trade-off. All right. And sometimes that trade-off is not getting the promotion we want. Or sometimes the trade-off is when we get home, we still have to work and we have to trade work time for family time. So you got to think about what are the trade-offs that you're making. I can't remember how many hours a week it said that people watch TV. It's like 20 hours a week on average that people watch TV. That's like a second job. What are you trading that TV time for? Yes, we all need a little bit of relaxation, entertainment, downtime, detox time, but to what extent? Is there a better way to do that and still create better value? Again, when we're staring at the TV, even if we're all as a family staring at the TV, we're not there as a family, right? And you got to think about this as well with things like moving yourself forward. Same thing with your kids, teach them how to make their life better. What's the trades they're making? Are they playing video games instead of doing something physical? Are you spending a lot of time on social media? Now, don't get me wrong, I use social media. I like it from the standpoint of it helps me see where people are at. You got to understand when you're checking email and social media constantly, you're trading your time for somebody else's agenda. And that's something that you probably ought to think about clearly the next time you go on to those things. I check my email every day, very short window. And when it's done, it's done. I don't go back to it. Same thing with social media. I look at it very briefly because, again, the longer time I spend on there, the more I'm delving into somebody else's agenda. I always like to go back to my Brian Tracy quote. Everything helps or everything hurts. Everything adds or everything takes away. But nothing is neutral. So you got to think about what are you doing that's moving you forward or moving you back. So it's a little something to think about, a little discussion to have with your kids. Again, remind them they are 100% responsible for their attitude and how they react. And so are you.